Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to Monks in the Morning from Colombo Dhamma Friends of Mahameo Nawa. We're so happy you could tune in today. It's wonderful to get to spend time with all of you. Have you ever heard the word Jataka before? The Jataka stories are good information about the previous lives of the Supreme Buddha before he became enlightened. When we're talking about the Supreme Buddha in those times, we call him the Bodhisatta. You know, most people in this samsara waste their time, either by doing bad things or just playing and having a good time. This was not how the Bodhisatta lived. Even then, the Bodhisatta was working hard to develop good qualities in his mind that would help him become a Sammasambuddha, a fully enlightened, perfectly enlightened, Supreme Buddha. Today, we're going to hear the first part of one of these lives. We'll learn how the Bodhisatta loved to practice giving. We'll also chant the Lokavibodha Sutta in English, so get your chanting book ready or click on the show notes link to download or read along online. Now let's take the refuges and the precepts.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sammasambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say after me, I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. With the refuge of the Noble Triple Gem, I observe these precepts. for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, to escape from the sufferings of samsara. May it help me. May it be a blessing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sammasambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Meritorious children, the Blessed One practiced generosity in previous lives to a great extent, just like turning a pot upside down. When a pot is turned upside down, not a single drop of water remains in that pot. And the Blessed One, in previous lives as a Bodhisatta, after giving something, after practicing generosity, he never regret. Regret was something that was difficult to find in his life, because his life was to become a Buddha. With that hope, with that aim, he lived a life to fulfill that aim. So we also should live life to fulfill an aim. Our aim should be is to attain Nibbana. So to attain Nibbana, whatever the good things that we have to do, we have to perform from time to time, children. We have to perform each and every time to the extent possible. Whenever we get a chance, and we should look for a chance and practice dana, practice giving, observe the precepts and meditate. Therefore, children, to develop and cultivate wholesome deeds, today we decided to teach you a nice Jātaka story. The name of the Jātaka story is Visayha Jātaka. This story is about our Bodhisatta in a previous life, the way he practiced dana even in a difficult situation. Today in this Jātaka, we are going to learn how a merchant, our Buddha in a previous life, practiced generosity, even going through a hard time. Let's learn this hard time, how he experienced, the way he experienced the hard time, and how he practiced dana during his hard time. Then, children, this merchant, his name is Visayha. Children, he had 6 places. He made 6 places to offer free food. 4 places at the entrance of the city, at the main gate, and 1 place in the middle of the city, and 1 food stall, 1 free food stall, a dansala in his house. Altogether 6 places he offered dana. And also, for each food stall, he separated 100,000 gold coins to offer dana. Imagine how he dedicated his life. Children, he offered dana in 6 places like that every day. And then, when he has a lot of people in the food stalls to eat food, then he tell his workers to stop their work and come and help in the food stalls to offer free food. So when this person was offering free food like this, Jataka, he was curious to know why this person is practicing generosity like this. Is he trying to become a Jataka? Will I lose my position? Then this Jataka, he hid all of his wealth, workers, food, the things in stores, everything he hid. disappeared everything, and then just to make sure that this merchant won't practice generosity and will become a god sucker in future. Now this was taught by god sucker. Then children, then the supervisors and all the people in charge of the food stalls, the free food stalls, they came to the merchant and said, look here, there's nothing, everything has disappeared. What can we do now? Then the merchant told the wife to the wife and to find out whether they have anything else to offer dana. Now even in such a moment, what he thought was not to find money or food for him to eat, not to carry on his business, to find a way to offer dana. Then he thought, how are we going to offer dana now? Then the wife went around the house and she told the merchant that there's nothing remaining in the house, nothing remaining in the stores. The entire house is empty. Then the wife went out of the palace, and then she saw a huge knife and a bag. Then this wife came back to the merchant and said, look, there's a knife and a bag. This is all that I can see. None is belong to us. Then the merchant said, there is a way for us to now offer dana. Let us go and cut grass and bundle them up and sell them, and we'll continue offering dana. Now see, even in such a difficult situation, he did not give up qualities. When people go through hard times, the first thing they do is give up qualities. Now, this merchant and the wife, they went looking for grass. And then they bundled them up. And the first day, they were able to find grass, and then they sold it. And then from that money, they started practicing, they started giving to the poor people. And when they had some food remaining in their hand, finally they thought, never mind, since we don't have enough money right now, I will forget about consuming food for myself. Let this be a merit for myself. Let this be a merit for me in a future birth. Let this merit help me in the future. And he thought, I would offer this, whatever I obtain and got selling these grass, and whatever remaining after offering, and if still people are waiting to get things from me, I am giving them. Now children, this merchant, he sold grass, and then he bought food, prepared food, and then he started practicing generosity again. But children, there were a lot of people to get food from him. Finally, he couldn't keep anything for himself. He offered everything that he had. His wife also did the same thing. Who is this merchant, children? Remember, this merchant is our Buddha in a previous life as a Bodhisatta. Then the second day, now they started drinking water, they consumed water, and they started working again. Then what happened? Second day also they cut grass, and they came to the city and they sold it, and then they bought food and they distributed to the poor people. But then when people keep on coming continuously to them asking food, they couldn't eat whatever they had. They offered. Why? Our Bodhisatta had an aim in life, that is to become a Buddha. Children, we also should have an aim in life, that is to become an Arahant, to realize the Buddha's teachings, to overcome greediness. So then the second day also he worked like that. Like that for 7 days he worked. For 7 days. On the last day, for 7 days he only consumed water. On the last day he fainted. Children, so we would wish to continue this story in a different episode. So let's learn the second part of the story in a different program. And remember, children, even in such difficult situations, wise people offer dana. So may you also have the opportunity to offer dana in such difficult situations and win difficult situations by overcoming greediness and by gaining a merit to your life. Namo Buddhaya.
Paritta chanting, Lokavabodha Sutta, the discourse about realizing the world. If you have a copy of the chanting book, turn to page 10. This is a beautiful sutta that helps us understand the Supreme Buddha's amazing enlightenment. Now let's chant together.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sammasambuddhassa. This discourse was taught by the Blessed One, taught by the Arahant, the fully enlightened Supreme Buddha. This is as I heard. Monks, the world has been fully understood by the Tathagata. The Tathagata is detached from the world. Monks, the origin of the world has been fully understood by the Tathagata. The origin of the world has been eradicated by the Tathagata. Monks, the cessation of the world has been fully understood by the Tathagata. The cessation of the world has been realized by the Tathagata. Monks, the way leading to the cessation of the world has been fully understood by the Tathagata. The way leading to the cessation of the world has been developed by the Tathagata. Monks, in the world with its devas, maras and brahmas, with its recluses and brahmins, in this whole generation, with its devas and humans, whatever is seen, heard, smelled, tasted, touched, cognized, attained, sought, and reflected upon by the mind, that is fully understood by the Tathagata. Therefore he is called the Tathagata. Monks, from the night when the Tathagata awakens to unsurpassed full enlightenment, until the night when he passes away into the Nibbana element with no residue left. During that time period, whatever he speaks, utters and explains, all that is just so and not otherwise. Therefore he is called the Tathagata.
Monks, whatever way the Tathagata speaks, that is exactly the way the Tathagata acts. Whatever way the Tathagata acts, that is exactly the way the Tathagata speaks. In this way the Tathagata acts as he speaks, and speaks as he acts. Therefore he is called the Tathagata. Monks, in the world with its devas, maras and brahmas, with its recluses and brahmins, in this whole generation, with its devas and humans, the Tathagata is the conqueror of all, unvanquished, the one who realized everything, the one who took everything under his control. Therefore he is called the Tathagata. This is the meaning of what the Blessed One said. So with regard to this it was said, having realized the whole world and the true nature of the whole world, the Tathagata is detached from the world and has abandoned desire for the whole world. The all-conquering wise sage, freed from every bond, is the Blessed One. The Buddha has reached that perfect peace, Nibbana, which is free from fear. The Buddha is freed from all taints and freed from all suffering, with doubts destroyed, reached the destruction of all karma, liberated by the destruction of unwholesomeness. The enlightened one, the Blessed One, the unsurpassed Lion King, giving happiness to the world of devas and humans, turns the noble wheel of Dhamma. Thus wise devas and humans went for refuge to the Buddha, and on meeting him they pay homage. The greatest one, the all-seeing hero, the Blessed One is perfectly tamed. Of those who tame, he is the best. The Blessed One is perfectly calmed. Of those who calm others, he is the seer. The Blessed One is freed from suffering. Of those who free others, he is the foremost. The Blessed One crossed over samsara. Of those who help others to cross, he is the chief. Thus devas and humans pay homage to the greatest one, to the all-seeing hero, saying in the world together with its devas, there is no one equaling you. You are the unique supreme teacher. This too is the meaning of what was said by the Blessed One. This is exactly as I heard. Etena saccena suvatti hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I'm so happy that we were able to spend time together today. We hope that you learned something new, and we really hope that you can use what you learned as you go about the rest of your day. In today's sermon, we got to meet the Bodhisatta in one of his previous lives when he was named Visayha. He was giving so much that even God Saka noticed what he was doing. Imagine being a person who gives so much that even the gods pay attention to us. Now, a good person, when they learn about someone giving, will be happy to see this other person practicing generosity. But do you remember what God Saka thought? He thought, this man is going to try and be reborn as Saka, and I want to stop him from doing that. So, in tomorrow's program, we'll find out what ended up happening. Now let's share merits. Today, by body, speech, and mind, we've done many, many meritorious actions. You've gone for refuge, we've taken the precepts, we've listened to this story of a previous life of the Supreme Buddha. We practiced Buddhanusati meditation. We did many, many meritorious actions. And when we do these actions, we like for others to be happy thinking about what we've done. So, may all of our teachers, our friends, our relatives, may they all rejoice in this merit. And through remembering this merit, through rejoicing, through the power of this merit, may they all soon experience for themselves the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.